Hey everyone, welcome to Mermaid 2018, day 6. I'm doing the Mermaids from A to Z list that I created, and today is F is for Fire. Originally, this was F is for Fairy, but when I did the sketch, she had fairy wings, and I was just like, nope. So I changed it to Fire because I also did I is for Ice, and that one's really fun. Instead of like setting her on fire, which I have a feeling a lot of people are going to do if they do this. I did actually like a lava witch, not a lava witch, a lava mermaid, and made her like have a fiery personality, and so I gave her this super energetic pose and gave her like huge lava pigtails and messed up her hands like a lot. But I really liked how energetic her pose was. Like she was just like swaying in the wind, like swaying to the ocean, swaying, just swaying while I struggle with her hands. I actually had to hold up my hand to remember where her thumb would be. Like, note to all you artists, thumbs go inside unless they're turned up. Then they go outside. Thumbs inside, thumbs outside. Never forget your thumb or put it on the wrong side because, yeah, that's awful when you do that. I did give her big pearl hair accessories because I thought they would be really cute. I wanted her to be like, I wanted her to be cute. Little firecracker. Giant anime style pigtails. And I ended up giving her little flame tassel, like flame stuff, just because I thought it would look cute and emphasize the fact that she's the fire mermaid. Oof. For her backstory, I just imagined her hanging out in the lava trenches of the ocean, and she just likes to chill there and sunbathe or heat bathe, I guess. Oh, and the scales start early. Hopefully, this one was a lot easier because the last scales that I did on the E is for evil, that one was fun. It was so fun that I started the other side, which means I started from the tail and went up and met in the middle because I got bored. But but yeah. I've also been doing like one side at a time and trying out that. I don't know if that'll actually like mess it up or what. So it's always good to experiment with whatever you're doing. I do my scales. I do my scales on a separate layer than the actual tail. That way I can change the color if I wanted of the scales and still have like a dark outline. And let's see. I talked to you about my Kickstarter. At the end of the month of May, I'm going to be doing a Kickstarter to turn all of these mermaids into an actual alphabet book for all my mermoms out there. And any support would be fantastic. Let me know in the comments if you think this is a good idea because it's my plan. So let me know in the comments if you would buy one because I'm going to be doing a bunch of different things to like I'm going to have prints available. You can order actual books. I want them to be hardcover because my baby is destructive, so I want a hardcover book so she can actually carry it around. She's a little book baby. I love her so much. Like, she could have a room full of toys, and then she sees a book, and she's like, oh, that's my book! And she goes to the book instead of the toys. Like, she doesn't have a favorite toy. She has favorite books. And, so for Mermay, I wanted my own book, since I didn't want to find someone else's book, I guess. Because I like to have a book at every party for guests to sign and to work as a um I like to have books as sign-in books, and you can write like different things in it, like memories or wishes or stuff like that, because a child will lose a card, or a card will get stowed away, but a book will be with the child for as long as they decide to keep it on display, or and then they can pass on the book to their children. Like my husband and I just got a book from his parents from when he was a kid. And he was like, "Oh my God, I used to read this all the time." And now we get to read it to our daughter. And it's so sweet. And I love that. I'm definitely pro book mom. I know that's probably every mom, but I'm like super pro book. Like, I give books as presents. When my niece has a birthday, we get her a toy and a book. It's like, yeah. I like to have all of my outlines on different layers so that I can go in and clean them up. I like to change the color of the ink and just bring that color all the way through my entire sketch line art list. That way each layer gets cleaned. And when I mean cleaned is I clean up the edges and make sure that, like, for this particular moment, the neck outline and the hair were on the same layer, so I actually had to go in and fix that. And cleaning up some of the hands. Because for all of these mermaids, I like to go in and make the outlines a color instead of just having a solid black, because I feel like it makes it a little punch a little bit more. Um, and it's easier to go in and clean. I really like how these big lava pigtails turned out. Like, I was super pleased at that. Really liked her. All right, now on to the coloring. For these colors, I wanted sort of like, I went with like a muted color scheme, but like the yellow really punches. And I have a lot of red, not a lot of oranges. Like, I don't remember if I made her tail orange, because I was going to put a lot of oranges in the goldfish. And it's so funny how these are working out, where it's just like A is for artsy and B is for bookworm, sort of like go together. And clownfish sort of stands off on her own, where she's just like, yeah. But then D and E sort of mimic each other in the color schemes, and F and G both have those orange tones with like different hints. So that's really fun. H is going to be for hipster, and I don't have any sketches for them just yet. I'm going to do some sketches either tonight or tomorrow, and that'll be fun. I'm trying to get ahead of the game so I can work on other commissions. Uh, you saw that I was going to do pink, and I was like, maybe pink? Nah. So I went with like a yellowish skin tone, like a hint of yellow. Actually, it's very yellow, but I liked it. I like how it turned out. Sort of like she has like light jaundice. Look at those hips, yo. Those hips. Um, but anyway, so H is for hipster, uh, and I is for ice. Those are gonna be fun. Let's see, what's J? Jellyfish. The next three are going to be so cool. I actually sketched out all of them, and they're all in my purse, but they're just like super rough thumbnail sketches. And they're just like to plan out my ideas, because originally it was going to be fairy. And if I had kept fairy, I would be putting wings on a mermaid, and it'd be like a strange crossbreed between a mermaid and a fairy. It's like, how would that even happen? But anyway, it'd be like when mythical creatures collide. I went with like an orangish, orange red, like a blood orange. And I wanted to keep everything besides her hair like really muted. And I liked it. I wanted, because she lives like in the lava, well, not lives in lava, but she hangs around lava, so that's why I went with like a brown for her tail. And I did like a red for her shading, which I think turned out really nice. Well, maybe I did a pink. It might have been pink. 213 pink. No, no, it's a red. Yeah, if you could see over here in the corner where my little swatches are, I'm working with red. Sometimes I like to just sit and watch. I don't know how to explain shadows very well. Um, I guess if it helps, put a light source, just like a little ball in the corner to see where your lights are coming from. Since these are just fun little sketches, I'm spending like an hour or two on them. I'm not super dedicated to wherever the light's coming from. I would imagine it's coming from like right above her head, sort of like a spotlight. But definitely if that helps you with shading, I just do it instinctually. So there's no rhyme or reason. I did select it like just the tail to get the so I wouldn't have to go outside the lines. Because that's like the worst when you go outside the lines and you have to clean it up. So I definitely like to select everything. So that's another reason why I like to have different layers for everything, is so I can go in and select just that. And her little fire thing actually turned into like flame ruffles, and I really liked that idea. I thought that was really fun. Um, and now I'm going in and putting in some shading. I wanted her tail to be sort of like fiery metallic, so I put some like extreme shadings on the side, and then went in and really detailedly brought it in so that it didn't look like it was just thrown up on the side. So under each scale, I'm doing a little bit of shadow, like they're kind of thick scales. Toward the end of the tail, it wasn't as prominent, but like up here where it was like, these are stark lines, I wanted to fix that. I think it also adds like a lot of dimension to it, and it's interesting to not only draw them, but to record yourself drawing it and do a voiceover for it for YouTube. I'm learning a lot about my drawing style this way. And I really like doing voiceovers. It's nice to go back in. It's nice to just not be finished with a piece and just to like analyze your drawing. And it's like, next time I'm going to do a different thing with her hand. And next time I'm going to do, it's like footballers watching their plays and seeing what they do wrong, and it's neat. I wonder if I actually did put a shadow on her hand or not. I went in with a yellow on overlay to do my highlights instead of a white because I wanted it to look like it might be containing something like lava. It might just be like just blobs of lava. Then I went in and did some freckles with the yellow because for some reason I like to do that this time. It's funny looking back. It's just like only her uh one of her chest boobs is like accentuated, so it sort of looks like she only has one, but like the angle, she totally has two. It's fun. I know it looks weird now with the orange on the brown, but by the end of the video, it actually looks kind of good. So I'm glad I kept it because I was just like, oh, that's looking really weird. I went in individually and did the highlight of the yellow. It helps that scales were sort of like diagonal to each other. That's nice. It made it easier for coloring. And it really adds like a lot of dimension to it. This one's just turning into like a tutorial. I could talk about my life. I have two dogs. One's named China. She's my baby. She's been with me for her entire life, and I got her when I was like still living at home. I was young, like 12. So she's my nice old baby, my little senior baby. I added a yellow to did like a yellow on a really soft brush, and it looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. I loved how it turned out. And then changing the outlines to really emphasize everything really worked out really well. I really like this one. And then we have our new puppy. His name is Merlin. He's a Vizsla Lab mix. You'll probably see him in some of my setup videos because he's everywhere and he likes to be involved. Um, but he's 6 months older than Gwen, so he's almost 2. But yeah, I like how you just see my mouse over here because I've hidden my layers tab. There she is. I actually decided to make her bigger because there it is, the outline, the infamous outline. Because I wanted her to be like very bam in your face. And then I changed the background, I think, to be darker so that she stands out. No, or lighter. I don't remember. No, I guess I went lighter. I thought brown would have been too weird and she would have been really hidden. But yeah, I think it turned out really good. Oh, made her freckles stand out a lot more and added like a really nice yellow highlight. I don't think there's any white in this at all. All of it's yellow. I like highlighting with different colors. I think it really helps put a lot of variety in the piece. There we go. I was like, where'd the ruffles? Where are the ruffles? And there they are. Like, surprise! They're ruffles! All of this was freehanded. Um, Here I am struggling with my computer to make ruffles. Oop, whoop, that's not right. There we go. And I also turned her top into a leaf because I wanted to. I was just like, where did she even get this top? And now it's a piece of coral. One of those coral fan leaves. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe and give me a little thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think of my fire mermaid. And let me know a good pose for the ice one to compliment her, because I kind of want her to be like meek and, not as fiery personality. I do have an Instagram and a Facebook, so if you'd like to show them some love and follow me, I do a lot of posts. I'm frequently, oh my god, I post all the time. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and remember to save your work. Bye.